Hello there.
Hey, what is up to all you beautiful manga loving faces? It's your boy Cesar here to bring you guys another video. And for today, just like I told you guys in my most recent manga haul, this is going to be my updated collection video. I haven't done a collection video in over 10 months, and my collection has dramatically changed in the past 10 months. My most recent manga collection video had 1,520 plus volumes in my collection, and after counting today, I have a whopping 2,260 plus volumes in my collection. Hey, what is up? Editing Cesar here. I just want to give you guys a quick apology for the low energy throughout the video. Well, I mean, as the video goes on, the energy starts to pick up a bit, but for whatever reason, I really don't know, but the energy was really freaking low. And like I said, I want to apologize to you guys for that. I also want to apologize for my my poor speaking. If you guys know, English is not my first language. This is. Anyway, also, in case you guys hear like any like random, weird, airy, silent but deadly fart sounds, it's this thing, and the reason why is because this little dude was messing with it the entire freaking video. It's my little doggy dude, Dexter, my baby boy, but he was messing with it the entire freaking time, trying to get attention. Come here, bub. But that's the culprit right there. It's his fault, not mine. Out of those past 10 months, only in the past 9 months you guys haven't seen what I've been picking up because I haven't been active on YouTube. So as I go through this collection, I'm kind of going to speed by everything that has already been shown on the channel, and anything that I haven't showed you guys in the past 8 to 9 months, I'm going to highlight specifically so you guys know what I picked up in that time. So buckle up, get yourself a snack and a drink because we might be here a while. And without further ado, let's hop into my updated collection video for 2023. So just like the last manga collection video I showed you guys, we're going to start from the furthest shelf to the left, go through all the shelves, and then I'm going to show you guys the box sets. But starting on shelf number 1 here, we have Naruto 1 to 35, then it continues down here from 36 to 72, and then we have the one-shot 7th Hokage and the 7th Secret Spring. I haven't read that, but I believe it's like the one-shot that leads into Boruto. Then we have Haikyuu, volumes 1 to 29, and then it continues down here, volumes 30 to 45. That is complete. Then the new ones, new additions, here we go. Yu Yu Hakusho complete. We have volumes 1 to 19. This I picked up in the past 8 months. It recently got restocked, and I jumped on it. I actually had one hell of an order with a majority of these volumes. And the next series I want to highlight, Slam Dunk, volumes 1 to 31. This is also complete. Once this crap got restocked, this and Yu Yu Hakusho, I jumped right on it. Could not wait to get it in my hands because I was, had a case of the FOMO. I was so afraid that this was going to go back out of stock and take forever for anyone to get their hands back on it. So I jumped on it. I'm very happy I did. It's just taking me a while to get around to reading it, but I'm so excited and so happy that I have it. Then next to that, we have Samurai 8, volumes 1 to 5. That is complete. Below that, we have Rurouni Kenshin, volumes 1 to 28. That is also complete. Next to that, another new series, Astra Lost in Space, volumes 1 to 5. That is complete. I picked that up in the past 8-9 months. This is actually a series that my friend Warlord Mudkip has read, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. He's been trying to get me on it for a while, and all 5 volumes were in stock when I got all of this, and I just decided, you know what, let me just throw that in there as well. This haul that had all this was massive. I wish I was actually recording and making videos back when this came in because that haul was ridiculous. Then below that, we have another new addition, which is Kuroko's Basketball. Man, can't speak English today. But this is volumes 1 to 30 in the 2-in-1s. This is complete as well. I read the first volume like a really long time ago. Really enjoyed it. But then I decided to pick up the rest, and I haven't gotten into it yet. Yeah, like a majority of my collection. Next to that, we have Ayashimon, Volume 1 by Yuji Kaku. This is new. Tista, you guys saw my most recent manga haul. And then Tatsuki Fujimoto Before Chainsaw Man, Volumes 17 and 21 and 22 to 26. You guys saw this one on my most recent manga haul. This one was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I really like these. They were a lot of fun. And I also really like this. Yuji Kaku is the same gentleman that brought us... I'm having a brain fart right now. Oh, help me. Hell's Paradise. Jeez, why did that take so long? But this is another one of his works that got previously canceled. I think it's going to be like 3 or 4 volumes that we get in English, and then it's complete. But I actually really liked it. It's a lot of fun. Can't wait to read more of it. Then below that, we have We Never Learn, volumes 1 to 21. That is complete. Black Torch, volumes 1 to 5. That was new. That was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months, along with Juni Taisen, volumes 1 to 4, also complete. These were just kind of like on a whim. Black Torch I've been waiting to get my hands on for a while, but it's been like severely out of stock for a very long time. A lot of people speak very highly of it and talk about how sad they were that it was canceled too early because it had a lot of potential. But I got it. I want to read it at some point. I don't know when. So I got a lot of stuff in my collection to read, but I hear nothing but good things about it. Juni Taisen's very, from what I hear, very simple. It's just like a tournament manga. It's just a tournament battle manga. So it's very simple. I got into it, or I picked it up because it was only 4 volumes, and I'm into just violent manga, as I told you guys my most recent manga haul. So it's right up my alley. Next to that is The Hunters Guild Red Hood, volumes 1 and 2. And 3 you guys saw my most recent manga haul. Volumes 1 and 2 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months that I was gone. Barrage, volume 1 and 2. That is complete. And then in front of that, we have The Promised Neverland, volumes 1 to 20, and then the short story volumes of Beyond the Promised Neverland. That was actually a lot of fun. I think there's like 2 short stories in there that weren't previously printed. They were on the Shonen Jump app, but like I said, it was a lot of fun. And then we have Knights of the Zodiac, volumes 1 through 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. You guys saw this. I don't know when I'm going to pick up more of this because it's a very daunting task. It's severely out of print and very hard to get your hands on. I'm very lucky, and thank you once again to Zach Rojo. I'm very lucky that I even got these, and I got these because of him, because that man has impeccable luck, and I mean impeccable luck. And then we have the anniversary edition of Bleach, volume 1. I have all of Bleach. I just picked this up for novelty reasons. I thought it was a really cool volume, so I like Bleach. I like Bleach a lot, so I just picked this up because Bleach is one of my favorite series. Then we have Burn the Witch, volume 1. Supposedly, and put air quotes here, supposedly there's more of this coming, but Tidy Kubo is doing it at his own discretion, which I can respect. Don't tell this man what to do, because he won't do it. So I can't wait to get more of that. I read this first volume. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. So, like I said, I can't wait for more. Deadpool Samurai, volumes 1 and 2. That is complete. This is saved by the fact that it's just Deadpool. It's a mid manga, but if you like Deadpool, you'll get a lot of fun out of this, and that's why I'm keeping it, because I like Deadpool, and this was just a ton of fun. And then we're moving on to bookshelf number 2. Now, at the top of shelf number 2, we have My Hero Academia, volumes 1 to 33. That is caught up. 32 and 33 were picked up in the past 9 months that I was gone. I still haven't read this in a very long time. I'm very behind. But like I mentioned, I don't remember which manga haul it was. It was forever ago. I'm kind of just waiting for this series to complete, and then I'm going to reread it completely because I am a huge fan of My Hero, so I kind of just want to give myself a reason to experience it from the beginning. And what better time to experience it all over again than when the manga finally completes. When will that be? I don't know, but I'll patiently wait until that happens. Then below that, we have Demon Slayer, volumes 1 to 23 complete, and then we have the Stories of Water and Flame one-shot. I haven't read that yet, but Demon Slayer is incredible. I am 3 volumes behind, but I'm rereading this entire series because I can't remember anything. Behind that, we have Musou Renkin, volumes 1 to 10. This was a gift from my friend Warlord Mudkip. I will cherish it forever. I haven't read it yet, but I did read the first volume. Thought it was pretty good, and then he actually gave it to me as a gift after I told him about how much I liked it, because this is a series of his childhood, so he was very happy to get me a set. Another series from his childhood is Siren, volumes 1 to 16. This is complete. Volume 10, as you guys can see, is a library copy. I always flex this because this is one of the volumes that people are having the biggest time getting, and it was a hard time getting this volume nearly 2 years ago when I decided to start collecting this series. And I got on the bandwagon because of Warlord Mudkip before it got super popular. So that's pretty funny. Then next to that, we have Platinum Ends, or Platinum End, volumes 1 to 14. That is complete. I am yet to read the series. I don't know when I will. I think I read like the first 2 or 3 volumes, but it was really good. Continued to pick up the rest. And then I started hearing really bad things about it. People don't really like the series. They say, in terms of this iconic duo, it is their most mediocre or their weakest manga that they've done together. But I am going to read it at some point. Then we have Gunblaze West, volumes 1 to 3. This I picked up kind of on a whim. Someone was selling it on Mercari secondhand, like super cheap. Picked it up. I don't know when I'm going to read it, but I got it. Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter, however you guys decide to pronounce it. I don't discriminate. Volumes 1 to 36, so I have that caught up, technically complete. We don't know what's going to happen with that series. Volumes 14, 24, 35, and 36 were all picked up in the past 9 months. So that was complete in the past, or sorry, got caught up in the past 9 months that I was gone. But it's complete, or caught up, whatever you guys want to call it. And then the other series that was complete or caught up, and I was waiting a very long time to do so, was The Gray Man, volumes 1 to 27, that is caught up. The past 8 months or 9 months, I picked up volume 7, another copy of volume 7, because you guys saw this one, this piece of crap. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. I might destroy it just to make myself feel better. But I picked up volume 7, I picked up volume 14, volume 16, volume 18, volume 22, and 23. Those were the last few volumes I was missing to get caught up. And I'm finally caught up. This I could do without, though. Now I have a replacement copy because I pre-ordered this crap, even when I had this one, because I really don't want this copy. You guys want it? Let me know. I'll ship it to you for free. I don't care. Then we got Yashime volumes 1 and 2. I think volume 2 was picked up in the past 9 months that I was gone. And then also Helk volume 1 and 2 was picked up in the 9 months I was gone. This actually is a lot of fun. I was pretty skeptical about it, but I have a lot of fun reading it. Then under that we have Radiant volumes 1 to 16. That is up to date. Only read the first volume of that. It's been a while since I touched it. I don't know when I'm reading it, but I got it. Then we have My Hero Vigilantes volumes 1 to 13. That is currently caught up. I think one of the volumes of Vigilantes was picked up in the past 9 months. I think it was just volume 13 or 12 and 13, one of the two. Or both, who knows. I definitely don't. It was hard keeping track of everything. I have everything written down, but that list is somewhere else right now. And then I have My Hero Team Up Missions, volumes 1 to 3. I believe volume 3 was picked up in the past 9 months. And then we have Dragon Ball, The Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha. It's a little short story. And then Jocko, Galactic Patrolman. Haven't read those either. Then, another one I was picked up in the past 9 months. We have Dead Man Wonderland, volumes 1 to 13. This I am very happy to have. I had the first 2 volumes like forever ago, and it became really freaking hard to collect it. And then all of a sudden, just like Yu Yu Hakusho and Slam Dunk, it randomly came back in stock, and I jumped on it. And I found these volumes like sporadically in different places, but it took me about I think a month or 2 to get it all caught up. So that was good. I'm really happy that I have this. Then we have Chainsaw Man volumes 1 to 11. Technically complete. This is up to date with the English print. Volumes 12 should be coming out sometime this year. I don't know when, but then I gotta rearrange this whole shelf when it does. But Chainsaw Man is incredible. You guys know that. Some people say it's mid. To ease your tone. I love Chainsaw Man. I thought this is awesome. Undead Unluck volumes 1 to 11. Volumes 9 and 10 were picked up in the past 9 months. I haven't read this yet. I keep talking about how I haven't read it and I plan on reading it soon, and then I don't. So we'll see what happens. And then on the last shelf down here, we have Seraph of the End. This makes me extremely happy because in my last, I can't say most recent because it's been 10 months. My last collection video, I talk about how I was caught up, all excluding one volume, and I got that volume. Volume 12. No longer eludes me. Oh, and I'm so happy I have it all complete. I haven't started reading it yet, but just having it makes me so freaking happy. Volume 12, volumes 25 and 26 were all picked up in the past 10 months, and like I said, I'm so freaking happy that I have it. And then I have my little Goku black pop to hold the volumes up. Then we have One Punch Man in front of it. Volumes 1 to 24. That is caught up. I believe 24 is 23 and 24 might be the only 2 volumes that I picked up from One Punch Man in the past 10 months. or sorry, past 9 months that I've been gone. Maybe, I don't know. The series comes out really slow, so I can't remember which volume it was, or which volumes it was that you guys haven't been caught up on. But I have it caught up. One Punch Man's incredible. You guys know that. One of the best series of all time, that's for sure. And let's move on to shelf number 3. Now, at the top of shelf number 3, one of my favorite series of all time, we have Black Clover, volumes 1 to 32. That is up to date. And volumes 30 to 32 were the ones that I picked up in the past 9 months. I'm caught up, like, physically, with just picking it up and reading it. I love this series so much. I can't speak highly enough about it. It's so good. I love this series. And below that, we have Twin Star Exorcist, volumes 1 to 27. That is up to date, I believe. Haven't read any of this. I picked this up off of a recommendation based off another manga tuber, Undercover Otaku. She told me the series is really good, and then I picked it up based off of her recommendation, and then I just never got into reading it. But I will. Trust me, everything in my collection, even though I haven't read it yet, I will read at some point. Do not worry about it. I promise you. And then we have a little... This is a gift from one of my friends. He gives me a bunch of random stuff he finds from the pawn shop he works at. And this is, I believe, like the Jigglypuff gold card that you got from... I can't remember what it was like McDonald's gifts or toys. I don't know. But it's the Jigglypuff one. Then in front of that, we have Blue Exorcist, volumes 1 to 27. This literally has not changed in the past 10 months, because this is on hiatus. When it comes back, I will pick up the most recent volume. I haven't read any of it yet, but I have it. I want to enjoy it at some point, and I will enjoy it at some point. Then below that, we have Dr. Stone, volumes 1 to 25, with the Reboot Byakuya series. This one's caught up. I also am caught up reading it. I just haven't read the spin-off volume, but I'm caught up physically with everything else, and that series is incredible. I freaking love it. World Trigger, volumes 1 to 24. That is also caught up. I haven't read any of it. And we got my Jocko on top. I freaking love that little dude. Then below that, we have Boruto, volumes 1 to 16. Everyone's absolutely shitting on this series. I haven't read it yet, but I got a feeling I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not very critical about series. I can kind of just turn my brain off and read just about anything. Besides rom-com recently, it seems like rom-com's just been like is a weird spot for me. But I can read just about anything. And then next to that, we have Dragon Ball Super volume 1 to 16. That is caught up. And we have my Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku up front. This is another thing that my buddy got me from the pawn shop that he works at. This is random. Like, he just gave me this like 2 weeks ago or so. But volume 16 and 17 from Dragon Ball Super was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Boruto 15 and 16 was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. World Trigger volume 24 was as well. And then like 24 and 20... Was it 23 and 24 of Dr. Stone was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. And then some Twin Star Exorcist as well. But we're already past that shelf. I don't want to go all the way back up there. And then we have Kaguya-sama Love is War volumes 1 to 25. Volumes 23 and 24 picked up in the past 9 months. And 25, I just showed you guys my most recent manga haul. Haven't read it yet. I will at some point. Like I was saying in my most recent manga haul, probably very soon, because like I was saying, rom-com's really weird for me right now. So I'm kind of like, I've been eyeing this, and I'm like, I just keep picking you up, and I'm not even sure if I want to keep, if I'm even gonna like you. So probably soon. I'll keep you guys updated about that. Then below that, we have Magi, volumes 1 to 37, excluding, and this hasn't changed in the past 10 months, 8 and 10. Still missing these volumes. If you or a loved one had these volumes and would like to sell them to me for a decent price and not try to break my bank, I'd happily take them off you. Happily. Because I've been waiting forever, and I really, really, really want to get into the series, but not having 8 and 10, obviously, is preventing me from even being motivated to read it. Then below that, in front of that, we have Komi Can Communicate, volumes 1 to 24. This is also up to date. I believe volumes 21 to 23 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. So that's exciting. I read the first 2 volumes, but I haven't read much of anything else besides that. I started reading volume 3, and I was like falling asleep reading it. So I was like, oh, I'll come back to this at some point. And it's been like 2-3 weeks since I last read it. So I'll come back to this at some point. Like I said, rom-coms are weird for me. So this is another series I've been eyeing, just like Kaguya-sama, where I'm like, do I want to keep picking you up? I gotta figure it out. So I'll figure it out soon. Now we're gonna move on to shelf number 4. All right. At the top of shelf number 4, we have another series that I'm absolutely crazy about, and that is Jujutsu Kaisen volumes 0 to 19. I love the series. Another series that people are kind of like falling off on, but I love it. Volumes 17 to 19 were picked up in the past 9 months. I'm caught up reading it as well. It pains me having to wait for another volume, and part of me really wants to go online and read online as well, but I really like reading physically. I only read online for series that I feel like I have to, or I have no other choice. I'll put it that way. Next up, we have Mashle, Magic and Muscles, volumes 1 to 11. This is caught up, I believe, volumes 9 to 11 were picked up in the past 9 months. Once again, it's hard. It's hard keeping track. 9 months is a long time for me to be able to be like, oh yeah, this is what I picked up back then. It's difficult. I can't do it. Then below it, we have Moriarty, the Patriot, volumes 1 to 11. This is caught up. I speak about it all the time. I only read the first 2 volumes, and I'm just kind of waiting for more content to come out. 11 volumes is kind of daunting, but I'm going to read it regardless of how much comes out. Then we have Spy Family, volumes 1 to 9. That is also caught up. I believe volumes 8 to 10 of Moriarty were picked up in the past 9 months. Volumes 8 and 9 of Spy Family picked up in the past 9 months. Sakamoto Days, volumes 1 to 7. Volumes 4 to 7 were picked up in the past 9 months. That I do remember, because Sakamoto Days, I religiously read every time a volume comes in. Then another one I religiously keep up with is Kaiju number 8. Volumes 1 to 6, that is up to date. Volumes 3 to 5, I believe, were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Then in front of that, we have the continuation of the One Piece collection, volumes 91 to 102. You guys will see why I say a continuation. You'll see soon. But volumes 100 and 101 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Yeah, I believe that's where it. The Elusive Samurai, volumes 1 to 5, that is caught up. Believe 3 to 5 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months, if I remember correctly. And then Ghost Reaper Girl, volumes 1 to 4, that is up to date. Volumes 2 to 4 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Mission Yozakura Family, volumes 1 to 4. Volumes 1 to 3 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. This is a very new series. And then also, so is Dandadan, volumes 1 to 3. Volumes 1 and 2 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months, and then Dandadan was featured in my most recent manga haul, or Dandadan Volume 3, sorry, was featured in my most recent manga haul. Absolutely love the series. This is another series like Kaiju number 8, Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, Sakamoto Days. Like, Viz is making absolute bangers, at least for me personally. Almost every series that they put out, I absolutely love. Like, I still love Mission Yozakura Family, Ghost Reaper Girl, The Elusive Samurai, Moriarty, Mashle, Shoha Shoten, another new volume that just came in the past 8 to 9 months. They're all incredible series, but like there's some that I'm like a stand for. Dandadan is one of them. Then below that we have my favorite rom-com, the one I don't have a weird relationship with, and it is Call the Night, volumes 1 to 11. Absolutely love this series. This is the series that got me into rom-coms, and then I was like, okay, this is like a unique case. There's not another rom-com like Call the Night. This is so good. And then we have Mao, volumes 1 to 10. That is up to date as well. Sorry. Let's go back over here. Volumes 9 to 11 of Call the Night were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Mao, the past, I think 7 to 10 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I could be wrong. And then next to that, we have Furin, volumes 1 to 7. That is also up to, that is also up to date. I believe 6 and 7 are the only new volumes that I got in the past 8 to 9 months, which is crazy to think about. Then, in front of that, we have Bungo Stray Dogs, volumes 1 to 22. This entire set was picked in the past 8 to 9 months, and I picked this all up in, like, I believe the span of a month, maybe 2 months, a month and a half. I don't know. I picked it up really fast. I've read the first 5 volumes, and I was like, man, this is so dope, and I just ended up buying the rest of it, and then I haven't read any more of it for like a really, really long time. And then next to that we have Arslan, or sorry, the Heroic Legend of Arslan volumes 1 to 15, and then 16 and 17 are down here. Haven't read any of this, but 16 I think was the only volume picked up in the past 6 to 9 months, because this comes out really slow. But let's move on to the back here. We have Fire Force, one of my favorite series of all time, volumes 1 to 32. That is caught up. Volumes 29 to 31, or maybe 28 to 31 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Like I said, on my most recent manga haul, I'm behind on that, and I will be behind until volume 33 comes out, and then I'm rereading the entire series, and I can't freaking wait. In front of that, we have Noragami volumes 1 to 25. I believe volume 24 and 25 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Still haven't read any of it. At some point I will. And in front of that, we have, or sorry, below that, we have the Quintessential Quintuplets, volumes 1 to 14. That is complete. I read the first 3 volumes of that like forever ago. Haven't touched it in a while. That's another one that I'm eyeballing because it's a rom-com, and I'm like, am I gonna like you? The first 3 volumes were super cute. I loved the first 3 volumes, but I haven't read since, and I'm gonna end up starting all over again. But I hear nothing but good things about Quintessential Quintuplets. And then in other series by Neji Haruba, we have Goku Loser Ranger, volumes 1 to 3. That is up to date. Oh man, I just thought about this. There are some volumes that you guys aren't going to see here because I have them in my bag. Because I take manga to work to read manga at work. Volume 4 of Go-Go Loser Ranger is one of those, but you guys saw it in my most recent manga haul. And then we have Seven Deadly Sins, the original Sins. That is like a spin-off story for Seven Deadly Sins here. Then we have the Four Knights of the Apocalypse, 1 to 7. That is up to date. And then we have the first 4 box sets of Seven Deadly Sins. Volumes 1 to 28 is covered in these. I'm just going to pick them up this way. I'm waiting for all the box sets to come out. I think we're technically halfway through the series. We need 29 to 41, and then that series is complete. But that is shelf number 4. We're going to move on to shelf number 5. Now, on the top of shelf number 5, as if meant to be here by fate itself, is I missed the shelf. I was further than I thought. Is Shaman King volumes 1 to 12 in the omnibus. This fits perfectly in here, like perfectly. There's barely any space for anything. I love the way it looks on the shelf. This looks incredible. Volumes 22 to 35, I believe, are the ones that were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I cannot remember. Maybe 25 to 35. I don't know. All I know is that Shaman King is complete and it looks incredible like this. Like, this is what I was hoping for when I saw the releases. It looks so good. And then below that, see, this is one of the series I told you guys was moved from my favorite shelf. And this is Attack on Titan volumes 1 to 34. Let me move this out of the way real quick. 34. That is complete. Just because it's moved from the favorite shelf does not mean it's out of my top 3. This is still definitely in my top 3. Okay, actually, maybe top 4. We'll get to that discussion in a little bit. And then in front of that, we have the Attack on Titan spin-offs or short stories. You have Lost Girls Volume 1 and 2, that is complete. And then we have No Regrets Volume 1 and 2, that is complete. Then another complete series, we have UQ Holder Volumes 1 to 28. Volumes 27 or 26 to 28 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. This is another series, even though it's not a rom-com. I'm kind of on the fence about this. I don't hear a lot of people talking about UQ Holder. But I do want to read this and find out for myself if I want to keep it or not. It's probably going to stay in my collection. I hear the few things I have heard about the series are good things. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know when I'm going to get into that, but maybe soon. Then we have Fairy Tail Zero, the short story, and then Mashima's Heroes, another short story. This one's a lot of fun. I don't think I've read Zero, but Heroes is a crap ton of fun. I really like that volume. Then below that, we have another Hiro Mashima work. We have Eden Zero volumes 1 to 22. That is caught up. Volumes 18 to 21 were picked up the past 8 to 9 months. This comes out really fast, so I'm kind of behind. I stopped reading on volume 10, like I told you guys in my most recent manga haul. But I do want to get back into it because the series is really freaking good and it keeps getting better and better. And then we have Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, volumes 1 to 12. Volumes 5 to 11, possibly, maybe even the entire set, were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I don't know when I'm going to get into this after I finish Fairy Tail. And when would I read Fairy Tail? Yeah, I don't know. And then some more fairy tale. We have the short stories. We have Twin Dragons of Sabertooth, Volume 1, Rhodonite Volume 2, and Lost Gods Volume 3. Yeah, I'm a fan of fairy tale. I want as much fairy tale content as I can get. I know there's like a couple of another handful of fairy tale spin-offs that I kind of want, but I don't know. These seem like the most like up my alley. The other, I think like there's one for Gray. I think it's called Ice Trail. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. And there's like another one that's like Fairy Tale Girls. That one I'm like, I might steer away from that one. But Ice Trail or Snow Trail, whatever it's called, the Gray short story, I might get that one. And then we have Orient Volume 1 to 13. This is up to date. Battle Angel Alita Volumes 1 to 6. This is complete. I haven't read it yet. I want to also pick up the other Battle Angel Alita series, but I want to read this first before I get into that. And this has been on my TBR for a very long time. But the Prom G kind of put me on this. I saw him post a lot of art back when he was reading through Battle Angel Alita, and I thought it was incredible. And he has a lot of really good things to say about it. So I'll get around to it at some point. Then below that, we have Dorohedoro Volumes 1 to 23. This is complete. I haven't read much of this. I read the first 2 volumes, and I got distracted reading something else. I hear nothing but good things about it. When I get that itch, I will binge it for sure. And we have Dead Demons, Dead Destruction, volumes 1 to 12. That is complete. Volume 10 and 11 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months, and then volume 12 was in my most recent manga haul. Then we have All You Need Is Kill, the one shot, based on the novel. Is it The Edge of Tomorrow, or is The Edge of Tomorrow just the name of the movie? Is All You Need? This is confusing. I think the novel is called All You Need Is Kill, and the movie is called The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. But I still haven't read that yet. but I haven't. A series I have read, Hell's Paradise, Volumes 1 to 13. My last collection video, I talked about how Zagorojo was trying to get everyone to read the series. I read it shortly after that video came out. This series is incredible, and the anime is currently airing. So read the manga, watch the anime, enjoy both. Hell's Paradise is so good. Then we have Tokyo Ghoul Re, Volumes 1 to 16. Haven't read this yet. I want to do a complete Tokyo Ghoul reread, starting from the first Tokyo Ghoul and go through Re. But that's a fairly daunting task, and I've read Tokyo Ghoul like maybe a year and a half ago. So I'm kind of like just waiting a little longer before I go ahead and hop into that adventure. Then below that, we have Ultraman, Volume 1 to 18. 18 was featured in most recent manga haul. Volume 17, maybe 16 and 17, but for sure 17 was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Black Lagoon, a new addition to my collection. This is another one of those series that got restocked and the FOMO hit me. So I picked up volumes 1 to 12 when they all got restocked. Very, very happy to have this. It comes out really slow, so I got time to read it. And I believe it's on hiatus again because the mangaka is more worried about their mental health. And that is very valid. Take care of yourselves. Trust me. It's very important to take care of that mental health. And then in front of that, we have Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt, volumes 1 to 19. Sorry, I had a brain fart for a second there. Volumes 17 and 18, maybe just 18, were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I can't remember. Like I said, keeping up with all this is hard. And then Alice in Borderland, volumes 1 to 5, that is up to date. I believe volumes 3 to 5, but for sure 4 or 5 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Now, we're going to move on to the second to last shelf, and that is shelf number 6. All right, shelf number 6. Displaying this shelf is going to be really hard because it's behind this shelf here, so there's not much space for me to be able to get in here to show you guys. But on the top, we have 20th Century Boys volumes 1 to 11, and then 21st Century Boys. That is complete. We have Pluto, Sneeze, Mujirushi, and Kingdom. Everything but Kingdom were all by Naoki Urasawa. So this is like my little Naoki Urasawa section. And right below that, we have more Naoki Urasawa. We have Monster, volumes 1 to 9. That is complete. We have Asadora, volumes 1 to 6. That is up to date. Zone 100, Bucket List of the Dead. We have volumes 1 to 9. That is up to date. Crazy Food Truck, volumes 1 to 3. That is also up to date. I believe that's actually complete. The series ends at volume 3, I believe. But volumes 2 and 3, but for sure 3 were picked up past 8 to 9 months. Summer 100 volumes, I believe 7, 8, 9, possibly 6 to 9 were picked up in the past 8 months. I don't remember about Osdor because that one comes out really slow as well. And then in front of that, we have No Guns Life, volumes 1 to 13. 13 came out I got in the past 8 to 9 months. This is actually the final volume of the series. I was waiting on this to binge this series, and I really want to, especially since I found out that this mangaka does a spin-off for a JoJo story. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a part 4 spin-off, and he does it, and I think that idea is so dope. So dope. His art is really fun, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, we all know how much that slaps. So I kind of want to read this because I want to read that JoJo spinoff, but I want to experience like his own work, his own concepts before I get into that. Then next to that, we have Fire Punch volumes 1 to 8. That is complete. Look Back was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. That is a one-shot. Actually, a lot of fun. This one kind of tugged at the heartstrings. I wasn't expecting it to, but it definitely did. And then we have Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai 1 through 5. This is technically, this makes me very sad. This is technically complete. This is technically up to date. This does not cover, I think it only covers like the first arc or first couple of arcs of the original Adventure of Dai manga. But this was like, this is their test. They released the first 5 volumes to gauge the interest of the audience, but they literally do not have anything outside of this schedule to be printed. So this is all we're going to get until they decide that it's popular enough to print more. And I believe the Prof Otaku was talking about, and he's the person that I found out about this from. He was saying that he doesn't think it's going to get printed anymore because it wasn't very popular for whatever reason, or they didn't reach the numbers that they wanted. So this might be all we get of the reprint, which is very sad. I haven't read it yet. I want to read it soon because it's only 5 volumes. And then I don't know if I want to keep it because it's not the complete series. That makes me very sad. So if I find it super, super good, I'll keep it, and then I'll read the rest online. If I'm like iffy about it, we'll see what happens. But volumes 4 and 5, maybe 3, 4, 5, I believe it's 3, 4, 5 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Then below that, we have Golden Kamuy, volumes 1 to 28. This is up to date. Volumes 26 to 28, I believe, were picked up in 8 to 9 months. Rooster Fighter, volumes 1 to 3, that is up to date, possibly complete. I don't know if the 4th one's coming out. I can't remember. This is, I believe this whole series was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months as well. And then in front of that, we have the Death Note short stories. Really enjoyed this volume. It was a lot of fun. Boys Abyss, volume 1. I talked about that in my most recent manga haul. This series is so freaking weird, but I can't help but say that it is really freaking good. Chojin X Volume 1. I actually really like this, but from Shui Hashida. I can't speak today. But from the same manga that brought us Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re. Record of Ragnarok Volumes 1 to 6. Volumes 3 to 5, I believe, were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I think this was definitely picked up in the past 8 to 9 months as well. And then we have Real, another new edition. Volumes 1 to 3, 6, 7, 15. This is another bit of FOMO that I got hit with. I was just trying to find series that I really wanted when all this other stuff got restocked. And I was like, let me see what's going on with Real. Like, I think what happened is the first 3 volumes were restocked. And I jumped on it, and then I tried to find more. And volumes 6, 7, and 15 were the only 3 volumes I could find outside of the first 3 that got reprinted. And I'm just waiting for the rest of it to get printed to pick it up, because obviously I'm missing quite a bit. And then next to that, we have Master Keaton, volumes 1, 3, 4. This is another series from Naoki Urasawa. I'm missing volumes 2. That one's like severely out of stock right now. Volumes 5 is severely out of stock as well. So I'm picking up what I can from this mangaka. Like I told you guys in my most recent manga haul. I will patiently wait, and I'll pick up as much as I can. But volumes 2 and 5 seem like they're going to be the problem for me. And below that, we have Summertime Rendering, volumes 1 through 6. That is complete, and this was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I want to read this very soon because it's a very short and sweet series. I hear nothing but good things about it. So, yeah, this might get read very soon. And then next to that, we have Tokyo Revengers volumes 1 through 5 covers volumes 8 to 10, or sorry, 1 to 10. You guys saw this one in my most recent manga haul, but volumes 1 to 4 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Yokohama Kodaishi Kiku volume 1. I think maybe this was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I don't know. Volume 2 is coming out this month, and I don't know if I'm going to pick it up. I got to read this first. Because it's a slice of life, and I don't have anything against slice of life. It's just not what I'm typically into. So I'm hoping that this is like a really good slice of life that keeps me engaged. And then Ragnar Crimson. I'm thinking Ragnarok again. Ragnar Crimson's volumes 1 to 8. That is up to date. I think volumes 6 and 7 were picked up. So 7 to 8. I can't remember. Some of these were picked up past 8 to 9 months. I can't remember which ones. Tower of God Volume 1 and Heavenly Demon Reborn Volume 1. These were definitely picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. These are really enjoyable. I just don't like the trim size. These are much bigger than everything else, and it kills my OCD. But they are really good stories. Then we have Under Ninja Volume 1. This is picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Fight Class 3 Volume 1. You guys saw that in my most recent manga haul. The Breaker Volumes 1 to 5. 5 was shown in my most recent manga haul. I think volume 4, 3 and 4, maybe 4 for sure, was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Solo Leveling volumes 1 to 6. This is currently up to date as well. 5 and 6 were definitely picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. The Boxer was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Volumes 1 and 2 is up to date. I need to read volume 2. The World After the Fall volumes 1 and 2, that is up to date. Volume 1 was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. This is really, really, really good. This is like my little manhwa section. All of this slaps. Well, I haven't read these two. I don't think this is manhwa, but I haven't read this yet. But all of this slaps. I don't know where Tomb Raider King's pushed forward. I read that. Really good. Tomb Raider King Volumes 1 and 2. That is up to date. Volume 2 I picked up past 8 to 9 months. Haven't read Volume 2 yet. Volume 1 was a lot of fun. And then next to that, we have Soul Eater in the Perfect Editions, Volumes 1 to 10. I don't know if I ever showed you guys any of these, but most of these were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. That's for sure. But that is up to date. Then down here, we have some stuff from Saturday AM. I can't remember what the publisher is, but we have Oblivion Rogue Volume 1, Yellow Stringer Volume 1, and Apple Black Volume 1. There are a couple other volumes I want to pick up from this publisher, and I want to do a publisher spotlight, talking about all these series from this publisher, because they are technically manga styled, but they're read from left to right, like Western comics. Rockport, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Rockport. But I want to pick up more volume 1s from this publisher to do, like I said, a publisher spotlight to talk about these series. Apple Black was the main one that I knew about. I can't pronounce this man's name, but I know about this because I follow him on Instagram. I really, really, really like his art. I'm a huge fan of it. So I picked up Volume 1. I haven't read it yet. But like I said, and I'll say I think like the third time in the past 15 seconds, I want to pick up more from this publisher to bring more attention to it. So I want to read these 3, read more of their other series, and then basically tell you guys if any of them are worth picking up, because no one is really talking about this publisher. I think the only person I heard talk about it is Prof Otaku. I think he's the only person I heard talk about it. So, yeah, keep an eye out for this type of manga with that logo up there, Saturday AM, because some of them I hear are really freaking good. Next to that, we have Tokyo Aliens Volumes 1 and 2. That was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I read Volume 1. I thought it was very interesting. Haven't read Volume 2 yet, but I will at some point. Adam the Beginning, Volumes 1 through 4. That is up to date. You guys saw Volume 4 in my most recent manga haul, but Volumes 1 and 3 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Kamen Rider Kuga, Volumes 1 and 2. Believe 3 comes out this month. But that will be up to date. And then we have Ajin Demi-Humans Volumes 1 to 17. That is complete. I haven't read it yet. I really want to, along with like everything else in my collection. But I hear nothing but good things about Ajin Demi-Human. Next to that, we have World and Solte Volumes 1 and 2. I have 2 in my bag, so that's up to date. Ayakashi Triangle Volumes 1 and 3. I have 3 in my bag, so that's up to date. Colorless volumes 1 to 3. That is also up to date. Actually, I think volume 4 comes out this month, so it will be up to date. Candy and Cigarettes volumes 1 and 3. This is up to date. Kiruru Kyumi volumes 1 through 4. That is also up to date. I think volumes 3 and 4 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. I think all of Candy and Cigarettes might have been picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. And then Ayakashi Triangle volume 2 and Colorless volumes 2 and 3 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Karate Survivor Another World volume 4 was the only one that was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. This series is really good. I like it a lot. I'm not a huge isekai guy, but this one I feel like has really, really good fight scenes that use real life tactics, and I think it's so cool. If you guys haven't gotten into this, go ahead and give it a shot. I think it's really good. This is a recommendation to you guys because I don't see it get enough love. And like I said, I think it's a lot of freaking fun. And then we have Dark volumes 1 through 5. I believe 4 was the only one that was picked in the past 8 to 9 months. This is up to date. Kimono Jihen volumes 1 through 5. This is also up to date. Volumes 2 to 4 were picked in the past 8 to 9 months, and then I most recently showed you guys volume 5. Gigantamaxia volume, the one shot from the late great Kentaro Miura, rest in peace, freaking goat. Mob Psycho 100 Reagan one shot. Then we have Mob Psycho volumes 1 through 10. I believe 9 and 10 were definitely picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. So that is volume 6. Shelf number 6. And then I grabbed the stuff out of the bag. So there is Ayakashi Triangle volume 3. Demons of the Shadow Realm. You guys saw my most recent manga haul. Volume 1, so that's brand new. World End Solte volume 2. Sengoku Yoku volume 1 by Satoshi Mizukami. I haven't read that yet, but these are all the manga I'm trying to read soon, and why they're usually in my bag. And then Go-Go Loser Ranger volume 4. So this is the stuff that was missing. I said it was in my bag, but I took it out to show you guys, and it's going right back in my bag so I can read it later. And now we're going to move on to the last shelf, shelf number 7. Hello, Editing Cesar here. I wanted to do a quick shout out in promo because you guys see this poster as I'm moving between shelf 6 and 7. And like I said, I just want to do a quick shout out to my brother from another mother, Glendale the Berserker Futrell. This is a signed poster for my mans. He is a professional bare knuckle boxer for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships. And this Friday, I believe it will be today by the time I post this video, he is fighting at BKFC 42 in Greensville, North Carolina. The card starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. He is on the prelims, so you guys can watch that free on YouTube. I'll put the YouTube right here. Like I said, he's going to be fighting on the prelims of the card. It's going to be the first 3 fights. And please go over there and show my man some love. I lived with this man for 2 years. Like I said, he's like a brother to me, like the big brother I never had. I was in his corner for his first MMA fight. I was in his corner for his first pro boxing fight. I helped train him for the most part. I was trying to do my best as someone that doesn't really have the coaching credentials to lead him in the right path for his pro boxing fight. And I would be there for all of his bare knuckle fights if my work didn't make it so damn complicated to get time off. But I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that one day I could corner this man again, because it's always such a freaking pleasure being in this man's corner and just living the fight life with him, because he's a great family man, a great fighter, an amazing electrician, and he does everything he possibly can to be the best version of himself every single day. So, like I said, go ahead and tune into Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships on May 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, to watch this man put on a show, because he's always going to war. You'll never be disappointed watching this man.
Next up, we have the featherweight division. First to the scale, he steps into the squared circle tomorrow for the 3rd time. From Auburndale, Florida, here is Glendale, the Berserker Futrell. Glendale Futrell, 145 even. And his opponent holds an MMA record of 2 victories opposite 2 defeats, and tomorrow makes his BKFC debut from Mad Cow, Georgia. Here is Ace O Spades Samples. Face out. Ace Samples, 144 even. Fight number 2 on the review in the featherweight division. Ace Samples taking on the returning Glendale Futrell.
Let's go. Stay forward, guys.
Now, the top of the final shelf. This makes me so happy to have back in my possession. I was going through a rough time, and I almost sold my entire collection. There's only 2 things I sold, and I regret it since I did it, and that was Vinland Saga and Claymore, the Claymore box set. But I'm so happy to have this back. I read volume 13 recently because it was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months because we get like 1 volume a year. I have some things to say about this volume, and I just don't. I feel like there was a really pivotal point. Something that really happened, that something very important that happened at the end of this volume, which is it's very significant and it's tear jerking, but I feel like it wasn't done enough justice. It was very rushed. It still held weight, but it could have held more weight. If you guys know, you know. But like I said, it was still good. Almost made me cry, but it could have been way better than it actually was. The next to that we have Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. Then below that we have Fist of the North Star volumes 1 to 8. This is up to date. I think volume 6 and 7 were picked up in past 8 to 9 months. And then we have Saint Young Man volumes 1 to 9. I don't know if any of these were picked in the past 8 to 9 months. I read this very slow. Actually, I haven't read it in a very long time. I read volumes 1 and 2 back when I first started collecting, sold the first 2 volumes to pick up something else, and then I came back to it. I think it's a really nice slice of life series. I just haven't read it in a very long time. When I'm in the mood for it, I'm like in the mood for it, and I'll read it. But it's been a while. It's been a while. Next to that, we have Parasites and the full color hardcover editions, volumes 1 and 2. These releases are super nice. Let me show you guys real quick, because I've been wanting to get Parasite for a very long time. But once the full color editions were announced, I was like, yep, that's what I'm doing. That's the way I'm getting it. And these releases, like I said, are super freaking nice. Volumes 1 and 2, up to date. It is, yeah, it's up to date. And I picked it up in the past 8 to 9 months. Now, this shelf is heavy. Not because it's a bunch of big books, but it's because it's a bunch of bangers. 2 bangers specifically. Inuyasha, volumes 1 to 18. This is complete. So freaking happy. This is the first manga I ever read in my entire life. I was like 8 or 9. It's very nostalgic for me, so I'm very happy to have it in my possession. And then next to that, we have Vagabond. What needs to be said about Vagabond? Volumes 1 to 12, that is up to date, technically complete. It's not complete. It's been on hiatus for a very long time. Takehiko Inoue takes his time with his manga, and I can't argue with that. I want him to take his time. I will wait forever for a series to be complete if it's still good. And usually taking your time means you care about your project enough that you won't allow anyone to rush you, and you want to do it right. So this has been on hiatus for a long time. I think it's on hiatus right now currently because he's working on Real. But like I said, I'll wait. I'll wait to the end of my life if I have to for the series to complete. Below that, we have That Time I Was Reincarnated as the Signs, volume 1 to 21. 21 you guys saw in my most recent manga haul, but volumes 1 to 20 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Like I said, I think I told you guys the first 6 volumes were given to me by my friend Warlord Mudkip, and then I decided to pick up the rest of the series because why not? And then next to that we had The Witch and the Beast, volumes 1 to 10. This is also up to date. I read volume 1. Still, I think the series is actually ending soon. I can't remember. I think that's what I heard and why I stopped reading it. But I stopped reading it after volume 1 because I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I keep telling you guys, I love to binge my series. So that's kind of on the back burner right now. Grand Blue Dreaming, volumes 1 to 18. I remember I picked up all of this in the past 8 to 9 months. I read volume 1, like volume 1 had me literally laughing out loud to the point where my roommates were like, "What are you laughing about over there?" It was this. Volume 1 was like so freaking funny, but I didn't make. How do I pronounce it? Or how do I put this? It wasn't a priority, so I gave volume 1 to my friend Warlord Mudkip, and then in the past 8 to 9 months, I was like, yeah, I want that series back, so I picked up all of it. And then next up, we have Land of Illustrious, volumes 1 through 11. This is up to date. This hasn't changed in the past 10 months because I heard that it was coming out of hiatus in last June, but we haven't gotten a new volume. So maybe it did come out of hiatus and there's not enough to make a new volume, but this hasn't changed in the past 10 months. Now, below that, we have Witch Hat Atelier, volumes 1 through 10. That is up to date. Volumes 9 and 10 for sure were picked in the past 8 to 9 months. I don't know exactly which ones. And we have Glitnir, volumes 1 to 12. Volumes 11 and 12 for sure were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Blue Lock, volumes 1 to 6. You guys saw volume 6, but I believe volumes 2 to 5 or maybe 3 to 5 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Shangri-La Frontier, volumes 1 through 5. You guys saw volume 5 in the most recent manga haul. Volumes 2 to 4 picked up in the past 8 to 9 months, I believe. Then in front of that, one of my favorite releases on my collection outside of Vagabond is the omnibus versions of Blade of the Immortal. I just love these freaking spines. This is volumes 1 to 10. It is complete. Haven't read any of it yet. Really want to, but like what I want to read and when I want to read it changes so drastically, and I'm too busy reading stuff that that is like new. So I'm getting caught up with the new stuff that I kind of forget about all the old stuff I have. And then we have Planet Tennis volumes 1 and 2 that is complete by the same gentleman that brought us Vinland Saga. Still haven't read that yet, but I will at some point. Like everything else in my collection. I keep telling you guys, I'm going to read it at some point, I promise. And I'll talk to you guys about it once I do. But Eminon volumes 1 through 3. I previously thought this was complete, but they just announced that volume 4 is actually getting printed, which I think is absolutely insane that this series is coming back. Or sorry, I can't say it's coming back. It's getting printed even more. Because I knew this wasn't complete. I knew there was more outside of volume 3, but I didn't think it was going to get printed. But now it is. So that's freaking crazy. But that was shelf number 7. Now I got to move on to the favorite shelf, which is on the wall over there. We'll get into that. Now, the favorites shelf. That's what I call it. Is it actually my favorites? Yes, it is. But we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Part 1 complete, Part 2 complete, Part 3 complete, Part 4 complete, Part 5 almost complete. We got 2 more volumes. Volumes 5 to 7 were picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. And then Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe was also picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. So that's exciting. Oh, that was also picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. Sorry, Rohan at the Louvre. This is technically manga, but it's like in a super big trim. And I love the way it's displayed up here. Oh, it makes me so happy. And then something's coming soon that's going to be going right here. Very excited for that as well. But JoJo's is by far one of my favorite series of all time. I read through the entire series, everything that was complete before Part 5 in like last July and May. And I love it. I'm considering rereading Part 3, Part 4. Considering rereading Part 3 and Part 4 when Part 5 completes in August. So, I mean, I literally just read this crap, like I said, in like July and May, but I want to read it again so bad, and I want to use it as a reason to kind of like segue back into Part 5. Look, it's just really good. I'm just giving myself an excuse to reread it. Then next to that, we have Berserk volumes 1 through 41. 41 was picked up in the past 8 to 9 months. This is still in the plastic, and I might keep it that way because I've read the chapters online as they were releasing very slowly. But this is the last volume that Kentaro Miura worked on. And this has it has kind of like an ending. If you guys know, you know, but that might stay in the plastic for a while, and if I do take it out of the plastic, I'm gonna buy like the Japanese version of it to kind of just signify that it's the final volume that Kentaro Miura worked on. it still saddens me to this day that we had to say goodbye to one of the GOATs. I'm very happy that the series is still being carried on by one of his very good friends and all of his assistants. And so far, they are doing it a justice. I think the series is still very good. I'm getting a little choked up. This series meant a lot to me. I binged it very quickly back when I read it, and it's just so freaking good. Guts and his struggle throughout his entire life and how he's able to overcome it and finds, he just finds passion and love in his companions after just being such a tough ass about everything. And finally he's able to find love, able to find companionship, able to find friendship and all that. This series is just incredible. It's a lot of heavy subject matter, but if you're able to get past that and get into the message, it's a fantastic series. And like I said, it means a lot to me. If not number one of my collection, it is definitely in the top 3, and it's gonna stay up here on my favorites row for a very, very long time, maybe forever. But like I was telling you guys, I was gonna talk about my favorites. Like I said, Berserk, if it's not number 1, it's definitely in my top 3. JoJo's, I love it, but I don't know if I love it more than Vinland Saga, because Vinland Saga is definitely number 2 in my series, or in my top 3. I just don't know if this is like number 3 over Attack on Titan, or if it's number 4 under Attack on Titan. I don't know. Once I reread it, I might have a different opinion. I might know definitively. It's really good, really freaking good. And then next to that, I just show you guys some of the extra stuff. We have a Berserk poster and a Radiant poster. Absolutely love this Berserk poster. These were both gifts from a friend of mine for my birthday. I had a JoJo's poster, but my dog tore it down. It's not like messed up, like the corners are kind of like ripped, but I want to put it up somewhere else. I kind of want to frame it, but so far these are like the only posters I have in my room. But now let's move into the box sets. We're just going to come on down here and showcase some of these. Boom! We have Bleach box sets 1 through 3. That is a complete series. And then we have Fairy Tail box sets 1 to 6. That is also the complete series. Now, at the top of shelf number 7, we have another series I regretted getting rid of and I finally got my hands back on. Claymore, the complete box set. And then we have Tokyo Ghoul, the complete box set. You guys have seen that before. Then over here, oh man, it's going to be a little weird. Let's start from the right to left. We have Assassination Classroom complete box set. We have One Piece box set 4, One Piece box set 2, One Piece box set 3, One Piece box set 1. This is why I was saying that this is the continuation of my One Piece collection. I still don't know to this day why I did this. I think it's just like me being impatient. But I started picking them up every time a new volume got released after I picked up the 3rd box set, and I found out that box set 4 was ending on volume 90. So I was like, let me just start picking them up. And to this day, I still don't understand why I did this. I might get rid of them when box set 5 comes out. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I have them, so that's good. Oh, I remember now. I had full ambitions of getting caught up. So I really wanted everything that was out physically. And then I stopped on box set 1. Because this is a daunting task. Like a very daunting task. I can read manga quick, but I kind of want to slow burn this. And I just haven't gotten back into it. Because I like to binge my series. So I'm fighting between the fact that I want to binge it and fighting between the fact that I want to take it slow. But like I said, it's a daunting task. And then on top of box set 1 of One Piece, we have another little trinket, some random crap that my friend gets in the pawn shop. It is like the Pops battle scenes of Darth Vader and Old Man Obi-Wan. And then that's another random thing that he gave me, which is like this TIE Fighter diorama. I don't know what the technical term for it is. He bought it for me. I was like, bro, why? He was like, because you like Star Wars. I was like, man, it's like a little kid thing. I'm not going to build this. He's like, if I build it, will you keep it? I was like, yeah, because you're building it and giving it to me. So he built it and gave it to me. But I'm very thankful, my friends. Then next to that, we have Rosario Vampire, the complete box set. Speaking of thankful for my friends, Ramp Berserk sold me this for a very, very good deal. Thank you very much, my friend. I still haven't read it, but thanks. I appreciate it, bud. Next to that, we have Full Metal Alchemist, one of my favorite series of all time. This was in my top 3 until I read, obviously, things that were better. But Full Metal Alchemist, don't take anything away from the series. Just because I feel like there's things that are better than it doesn't mean this isn't incredible. Like, this is definitely in my top 5 if I had to choose. But oh my god, my love for manga, my absolute love for manga comes from this. This is the first series that made me cry. But oh, Full Metal Alchemist is incredible. Then next to that we have the Dragon Ball complete box set and the Dragon Ball Z complete box set, and then we have the only art book of my collection for the time being until I pick up more, the Art of Naruto Uzumaki. I don't know how I got this. I think a friend of mine gave it to me years and years and years ago, and then I was going through my closet and I found it. I was like, holy crap, where the hell has this thing been? I completely forgot it even existed. So it's kind of seen better days, but the art in it is still incredible. Then next to that is a collector's edition strategy guide for Street Fighter V. I don't know what else to say about this. I absolutely love fighting games. Street Fighter is my favorite fighting game franchise, and I picked this up when Street Fighter V first came out, along with a crap ton of merch for the game that I don't even know where it went. I literally have like one beanie. I had like a shirt, a backpack, a snapback, and a beanie. All I have is the freaking beanie in this. So I'm going to hold on to this for as long as I can. Next up we have Bakuman, the complete box set. And then we have Death Note, the complete box set. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my entire collection. Holy crap, that took quite a bit to go through. Let's get into that outro. Alright, well that was my entire manga collection. All 2,260 plus volumes of it. It was a lot. It takes a lot to talk about all these. And I'm sorry for all the interruptions in my speech because I was getting dry mouth. It was difficult talking about all these series and all these manga on my shelves back to back. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about my collection. Let me know what you guys think about the video, and even let me know some more manga recommendations. I obviously don't have much space for them anymore. I gotta like renovate my entire room and reaculate, or is that even a word? I gotta move some stuff around to make space for more shelves because obviously these are getting full very fast. Now, the question of the day that I have for you guys is actually going to be a very interesting one. And I technically don't have an answer for it. But the question for you guys is, how much of my collection do you think I have read? If you want to talk about exact numbers or even percentages, I'll accept any answer. But out of the 2,260 plus volumes in my collection, how much of it do you guys think I've read? I'm very interested to think how much you guys think I have read. I actually asked this question to one of my close friends not too long ago after telling him how much manga I had in my collection. And he was like, oh, I'm thinking about like 30%, which is an actually pretty valid guess because the last time I counted how much I had in my collection and I actually checked, or actually did the math to find out the percentage of how much I've read in my collection, I only read 34% of my collection. So that might give you guys a hint as to how much I've read so far. But I haven't done the numbers yet. I haven't done the math, so I don't even know. But I'm curious as to what you guys think. And for the second time in the past, let's say minute and a half or so, maybe even less than that, please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys thought of the video. Hit that bell notification so you guys don't miss out on any videos I have planned in the future. What else can I say? Thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Seeing you guys watch my videos, seeing that view counter increase, obviously, gives me a little shot of that dopamine, but it means a lot even when just one of you guys watches my videos. So sometimes when I see, before I took a break from YouTube, I saw some of my videos were getting 2,000. One of my videos got over 2,000 views, and another one got over 1,000 views. That was absolutely mind-blowing to me. So once again, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for tuning in and watching my videos. It truly does mean a lot. So before I get too sappy and too sentimental with you guys, I think it's about time I close this video out. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Cesar out. Peace.